The harsh reality of investing. Most people dream of becoming wealthy through investing. They picture building a portfolio that grows year after year. They imagine financial freedom, passive income, and retiring early. But here's the harsh reality. Around 90% of people actually fail at investing. They lose money, panic, and give up before they ever see real results. Why does this happen? And more importantly, how can you avoid becoming one of them? Lack of education. The number one reason people fail is lack of education. Too many investors jump into the stock market without understanding the basics. They don't know how stocks, bonds, or mutual funds really work. They hear about hot tips or trending stocks and invest blindly. When those investments crash, they panic and sell at a loss. Investing without knowledge is like driving blindfolded. It's not a strategy, it's gambling. Education is the foundation of successful investing. Without it, failure is almost guaranteed. Chasing quick riches. Another big reason why people fail is chasing quick money. Social media is filled with stories of overnight millionaires. People think they can double their money in weeks. This creates unrealistic expectations. They pour money into meme stocks, speculative crypto coins, or risky startups. When the hype fades, their investments crash. Instead of steady wealth building, they end up broke. Real investing is not about luck or hype. It's about patience, discipline, and strategy. Emotional decision-making. Emotions ruin more investments than bad strategies ever could. Fear and greed drive people to make poor choices. When markets rise, greed takes over. People buy at the peak, afraid of missing out. When markets crash, fear takes over. They sell at the bottom, locking in their losses. This emotional cycle repeats again and again. The truth is, successful investors control their emotions. They don't let fear or hype dictate their decisions. They stick to their long-term plans. Lack of a clear plan. Most people invest without a clear plan. They don't know their goals, risk tolerance, or time horizon. They just throw money into random stocks or funds. Without a plan, they panic when markets shift. They don't know whether to buy more, sell, or hold. It is like sailing without a compass, you get lost. A plan gives direction and stability. It helps you stay calm during market ups and downs. Without it, investing feels like chaos. Ignoring risk management. Risk is part of investing, but most people ignore it. They put all their money into one stock, one coin, or one sector. When it crashes, they lose everything. Smart investors manage risk by diversifying. They spread investments across different asset classes. Stocks, bonds, real estate, and even cash reserves all play a role. Diversification doesn't eliminate risk, but it reduces it. Failing investors put all their eggs in one basket. And when that basket drops, so does their wealth. Timing the market. Many people believe they can time the market. They think they can predict the perfect moment to buy and sell. But even professional investors struggle with timing. Ordinary people almost always get it wrong. They buy high when everyone is excited. They sell low when fear spreads. This destroys wealth over time. The truth is, time in the market beats timing the market. Consistent long-term investing works better than guessing short-term moves. Following the crowd. Another trap is herd mentality. People copy what everyone else is doing. They buy when their friends are buying. They panic when their friends panic. This herd behavior creates bubbles and crashes. Think about the dot-com bubble or meme stock mania. Millions of investors lost money because they followed the crowd. Successful investors think independently. They focus on fundamentals, not hype. They know that if you follow the crowd, you will get crowd-like results. Lack of patience. Patience is one of the most powerful traits in investing. But most people don't have it. They want results in weeks, not decades. They sell investments too soon, missing long-term growth. They jump from one stock to another, hoping for faster gains. But wealth building takes time. Compound interest needs years to work its magic. Those who lack patience cut themselves off from the greatest wealth-building tool in history. This is why most people never see the true power of investing. Overconfidence and ego. Some people fail because they think they are smarter than the market. They believe they can outsmart professionals and algorithms. They ignore advice, refuse to learn, and take reckless risks. Ego blinds them to mistakes until it is too late. The market has humbled countless overconfident investors. Warren Buffett once said, "The stock market is designed to transfer money from the active to the patient." Those who think they can beat the market usually end up losing. Humility and discipline matter more than ego. Misunderstanding. Compounding. Compounding is the secret weapon of investing. It is how small amounts grow into large fortunes over time. But many people do not understand it. They invest for a few years and quit when results seem small. They ignore that compounding accelerates the longer you stay invested. One missed decade of compounding can cost millions in the long run. Failing investors underestimate this power. Successful ones let time and compounding work for them, not reinvesting profits. Another common mistake is not reinvesting profits. People cash out dividends or interest and spend them. But reinvesting those earnings accelerates compounding. Failing investors see investing as a quick payout. Successful investors see it as a long-term wealth machine. Every dollar reinvested today becomes many more dollars tomorrow. Those who skip reinvestment slow down their own financial growth, falling for scams and hype. The investing world is full of scams, from pump and dump schemes to fake crypto projects. Millions lose money chasing guaranteed returns. If something sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Scammers prey on greed and desperation. Failing investors hand over money without research. Smart investors protect themselves by verifying opportunities. They know real investments take time and carry risk. There are no shortcuts to wealth. Ignoring fees and costs. Fees quietly eat away at investment returns. High-fee mutual funds, trading costs, or advisor commissions reduce long-term wealth. Many investors ignore this hidden drain. They focus only on returns, not expenses. But over decades, high fees can cost hundreds of thousands. Successful investors choose low-cost index funds or exchange-traded funds. Failing investors let fees consume their wealth without realizing it. Lack of consistency. Consistency is key in investing. But many people invest randomly. They put in money when they feel like it, then stop. They don't automate their contributions. They let months or years pass without investing. This inconsistency slows down compounding. It also makes them more vulnerable to market timing mistakes. Successful investors stay consistent no matter what. Failing investors stop and start until they eventually give up. Lifestyle creep and overspending. Another hidden reason people fail at investing is lifestyle creep. As incomes rise, spending rises too. Instead of investing extra money, people upgrade cars, houses, and vacations. They save little and invest even less. This keeps them stuck in a cycle of working and spending. Meanwhile, disciplined investors keep their lifestyle modest. They invest the difference and build wealth quietly. Lifestyle creep is one of the silent killers of investing success. Not adapting to change. Markets and economies change over time. New industries rise while old ones decline. Technology disrupts entire sectors. Failing investors stick to outdated strategies. They don't adapt, so their portfolios underperform. Successful investors stay flexible and keep learning. They adapt to new opportunities while staying true to long-term principles. Adaptability separates survivors from failures. Estimating psychology. Investing success is as much about psychology as math. Most people fail because they underestimate their own biases. Fear, greed, overconfidence, and impatience all lead to mistakes. Behavioral finance shows how emotions influence money decisions. Failing investors ignore psychology. Successful investors study it and prepare for it. They know that mastering their mindset is as important as picking the right stocks. Why 90% fail but 10% succeed? So why do 90% of people fail but 10% succeed? The answer is simple but powerful. The 90% chase hype, invest without knowledge, and panic when markets shift. The 10% stay patient, disciplined, and consistent. They follow a plan, control emotions, and let compounding do the work. The rules of success are available to everyone, but only a few are willing to follow them. That's why most fail, while a small group builds lasting wealth. The truth is this: Investing success is not about being a genius. It's about avoiding the common mistakes that 90% of people make. If you can stay disciplined, patient, and consistent, you will not only survive the markets, you will thrive in them. If you found this video valuable, make sure to like it. Subscribe for more insights on money, investing, and financial freedom. And let me know in the comments. Which of these mistakes do you see most people making? Your experience could help others avoid falling into the 90%.